How long have you been fighting here? Almost 3 months.
Always first is the motto of Ukrainian paratroopers, and today we've joined the legendary 95th Air Assault Brigade that are at the front line on one of the most difficult directions, towards Luhansk region.
Here's my battle chevron. I got it in the first few days when I got here. Thank you so much. Always first? Yes, always first. As some guys say, why are we always first? But it's just a joke.
The 95th Air Assault Brigade is the elite of the Ukrainian armed forces, known for fighting in the Donbas region since the beginning of the Russian invasion in 2014. They met the full-scale invasion in the same old place. Over the last few months, they were successfully pushing through towards Kreminna to cut off the R-66 highway, an important logistical vein for the Russian forces. Control over it opens new routes to Lysychansk and Bakhmut. But with the new Russian offensive, the main assault forces of Ukraine have to restrain the enemy with the advantage in manpower and equipment.
We started working more now. It's more dangerous now. They shell us too sometimes. We're a bit behind the guys who are in the trenches on the first line of defense, but they also found us and target us. It's all a bit tense right now, and we also want to protect the guys. We don't want to leave them alone. They receive a lot of the heat.
On the first line of defense, in these freezing temperatures, paratroopers have taken over the trenches to hunt the enemy. They are being directed from the unit control center. Stepan is constantly in touch with his observational points. He says communication is key to effective defense.
Red, I see 2 people. Well, that's it. If you get them both, others won't come. We are currently witnessing a massive movement of enemy forces in our direction. There's zero dynamic on our end right now. We're in a defensive position. We are repelling the enemy's offensive, but we are counterattacking in some parts.
Several kilometers away from here, tanks of the 92nd Mechanized Brigade are preparing for combat. The modernized T-64 tanks are Ukraine's main battle tanks. They are known as the country's main assault weapon, the tool to break through enemy defense lines. But now, due to high risks and heavy pressure exerted by the Russian forces, they mostly work with indirect fire as opposed to leading direct offensive, shooting projectiles at targets which are out of sight.
We've now learned to work as artillery. We perform tasks by using indirect fire. We can hit enemy targets from a 7 to 8 kilometer distance after we're given the coordinates. At a minimum, the projectiles can fly 800 meters per second, so it seems like the Russians first hear the incoming shell explosion, and only then the sound of it outgoing from the tank barrel. These are powerful weapons.
Such tactics are great for execution of maneuver defense. The goal is to inflict maximum losses on the enemy, gain time and preserve manpower and equipment.
We hit tanks from closed positions, hit different types of vehicles, hit infantry. Infantry is manpower, and we hit it with shrapnel, because the scattering of shrapnel is very effective. So even when a projectile lands nearby, manpower is destroyed.
According to Ukrainian intelligence, Russia's new offensive aims to fully capture Luhansk and Donetsk regions. Cities like Kramatorsk, Slovyansk, that are just few hours away from the front line, are under threat of becoming the next Bakhmut or Mariupol. Defending Ukraine from such a vicious enemy, here is the price Ukraine pays every day to provide peace for those cities.
Есть.